Biden is now calling for a 6-week ceasefire in Gaza, supposedly to do something for a hostage deal. I find it funny that he's now wanting a ceasefire when before he was always against it.
States is working on a hostage deal between Israel and Hamas, which would bring an immediate and sustained period of calm to Gaza for at least 6 weeks, which we could then take the time to build something more enduring. Over the past month, I've had calls with Prime Minister Netanyahu, as well as the leaders of Egypt and Qatar, to push this forward. The key element of the deals are on the table. There are gaps that remain, but I've encouraged Israeli leaders to keep working to achieve the deal. The United States will do everything possible to make it happen.
Does that include stopping funding to the Israeli government? Because that would definitely make them to some kind of peace deal. You could also tell Netanyahu that you would, side against him in the UN and other things like that, which would make it harder for the Israeli government to get away with their genocide when it comes to the UN Security Council.
King and I also discussed the situation in Rafah. As I said yesterday, our military operation in Rafah, the major military operation in Rafah, should not proceed without a credible plan for ensuring.
Yeah, it was kind of funny when he said our military operation.
The safety and support of more than 1 million people sheltering there. Many people there have been displaced multiple times, fleeing the violence to the north, and now they're.
Yeah, there's over 1 million people in Rafah at the moment, and if the Israeli government does any kind of airstrike, it's going to kill some people because that area is so densely packed.
Packed into Rafah, exposed and vulnerable. They need to be protected. And we've also been clear from the start. We oppose any forced displacement of Palestinians from Gaza.
Unfortunately, one of
Okay, so then why do you still support the Israeli government if you're against forced displacement? Because the Israeli government plans on doing, and pretty much have been doing this entire time.
the most devastating wars in recent history continues to unfold in Gaza as we speak. Nearly 100,000 people have been killed, injured, or are missing. The majority are women and children. We cannot afford an Israeli attack on Rafah.
It's weird. Well, not really weird. It's just wild how Biden is like now trying to pretend to sympathize with the people that are displaced in Gaza, injured, killed, or anything like that, when he's been supporting the Israeli government this entire time.
certain to produce another humanitarian catastrophe. The situation is already unbearable for over 1 million people who have been pushed into Rafah since the war started. We cannot stand by and let this continue. We need a lasting ceasefire now. This war must end.
The only way to get it to end is to send troops into Palestine.
The United States is.
Oops. So that because the Israeli government is not going to stop their attacks on the Palestinians unless it's done by force.